Hello students, today's topic is positioning elements. We'll be studying in which all ways the elements can be positioned in a HTML or a CSS document. The position property is used to specify the type of positioning, and the possible values are absolute, fixed, relative and static. Okay, so there are four ways in which we can position the elements, and we'll be seeing them one by one. The first one under that is absolute positioning. Here the element is removed from normal flow and positioned in relation to its nearest positioned ancestor. Okay, the element is removed from the normal flow, and where it is positioned in relation to its nearest positioned ancestor. Okay, this is known as absolute positioning. Next we have is the fixed positioning. Here the element is fixed in a specific position in the window even when the document is scrolled. Okay, so you have a document and you're scrolling that particular document, but if you mention the position as fixed, the element will remain fixed in the position even though you're scrolling the document up and down. That is known as fixed positioning. Next we have is the relative positioning. Here the element is moved relative to where it could be in the normal flow. That means it is moved from the normal flow. Okay, so we will see what is the difference between absolute positioning and relative positioning, as both are made to move from their normal flow. Okay, then the last one is static positioning. Here the element is positioned according to the normal flow. The element is positioned according to the normal flow, and this is default. That means whatever position you'll be have given in your HTML document, that will be applied for the element. Okay, that means this is the default positioning of all the documents. Apart from the static positioning, you will have the other three which are above, that is absolute, fixed and relative, but by default all the elements will be in static positioning. So let us see one by one. All the above three will be not studying about static positioning because it is the default positioning itself. So we'll be seeing what is absolute positioning, fixed and relative positioning. So under that we'll be studying the first one, relative positioning. Here the element is displayed out of its normal flow position and moved relative to where it could have been placed. That means you can move the element from one position to the another position here. Okay, so here they are saying when an element is positioned relatively, it is displayed out of its normal flow position and moved relative to where it could have been placed. So you can move the elements in the HTML document by using which positioning? Relative positioning. The other content around the relatively positioned element remembers the element old position in the flow. That means if you have moved an element from one position to other position, its old space which is there, that is remembered by the other elements, and that space remains just like that. Okay, the older space of that element remains like that even if the element has moved to a new place. Okay, so this is the difference here in relative positioning. Here the element is moved from its normal flow and it comes to a new position, but the older space which is there of that element remains the same. Here is an example. Okay, so you can see here there is a diagram and there is some contents here. Okay, so here they have given some paragraph, a wonderful scenery figure is there, figure caption is there. For the below diagram, what is there? For the below document, they have used position relative. Okay, whatever the content is there in red here, position is relative. Top they have left how much space here? 150 pixel, and left they have given space here 200 pixel. So top and the left space, it is moved from its normal flow. So the figure has moved down by leaving 150 space at the top and 200 pixels at the left. But the older space which is there, that remains the same. Okay, that void in the document remains even if that element is moved. Okay, here this white space has to actually be occupied by the content below. but that is not happening in which positioning? Relative positioning. So what happens in relative positioning is that relative positioning, you can move the element from to a new position from its normal flow, but the space which is there of its older ones will remain the same. Okay, so the next one we have is the absolute positioning. When an element is positioned absolutely, it is removed completely from normal flow. Okay, it is removed completely from normal flow. Thus, unlike when relative positioning, space is not left for the moved element as it no longer in the normal flow. Okay, in relative positioning, what was happening? The older space was remained, and the other elements used to remember that older space of that element. But in absolute position, it is not like that. It is removed completely from its normal flow, and that space is not left of that moved element. Okay, its position is moved in relation to its container block. Okay, so it's to its nearest ancestor it will be moved. Okay, let us see an example here. Here the same example is there, the diagram is here and some contents above and below. So here the below they have used a figure, margin is 0, border is given, background color is there, width is there, but the position is what here? Position is absolute. Position is absolute. Again, top 150 pixel, left 200 pixel. Okay, so much left space is being left, but as you can see the diagram has moved down and the contents have moved up to the space of the old image. So that space is not left out. That space is taken by the other content and the image has moved down. So the difference between absolute and relative position is that relative position, the element is removed from its is taken from its normal flow and placed somewhere to other position, but its space, old space remains the same. But in absolute position it is completely removed from its normal flow, and the space which is there, that is left by the moved element, is occupied by the other elements. So this was about absolute positioning and relative positioning. The next positioning we have is the fixed positioning. The fixed position value is used relatively infrequently. Okay, so this positioning is not used frequently as absolute positioning and relative positioning. It's also a type of absolute positioning. It's a type of absolute positioning, except that the positioning values are in relation to the viewport. Okay, it is relation to the viewport. Elements with fixed positioning do not move when the user scrolls up or down the page. Okay, so elements with fixed position do not move. Okay, they remain fixed even when the user scrolls up or down the page. Okay, so you can see here a simple example. Figure is there, position is fixed, top 0, left 0. So no space at the top, no space at the left. Here what is happening is the content is not much clear. The image is remaining fixed here, but the content is moving down. Okay, content is moving down. Here you can see the scrolling which is there. They are scrolling it down, but the image is remain fixed at its particular document. So such type of documents are rarely used because most of the documents which we see in real time, they move accordingly in a normal flow. That means content also is moving, image also is moving. There is no such documents where the images remains same at its position and the contents moves up and down. So this type of positioning which is there, that is the fixed position, is used very infrequently. Okay, so these were about the positioning elements, and which were the three types of elements we studied. Positioning we studied, absolute positioning, relative positioning, and the fixed positioning. Apart from these three, if you are not mentioning any of the positioning factors, then it will be the static positioning. Static positioning will be the normal positioning of the elements.